Hello from ChiNature.com. This is Mark Josie. Today I'll be doing a short video showing you the TIPX, Timin TIPX with the remote host, and also sharing you my experience using this gun with HPA setup. Okay, so those of you who have the TIPX, no matter you're using it for paintball, whatever reason, okay, like me, I don't play paintball, but I use this gun because I like paintball guns for the reusable ammo, and also the air can be reused. So first thing first is to modify the gun to use HPA. You need to buy this adapter here, okay? And you also need to put the CO2, 12 gram CO2 cartridge in as well. If you don't put it inside, it's not going to work. So you need to put one CO2 cartridge inside. And just put a used cartridge, okay, put it there. Or you can put a new one and fire all the CO2 with the new one, and then you can just keep that inside. Okay, right here, you need to drill open the gun's body and also to modify the internals. So the inside, okay, you can see the regulator and that spot, okay, you can see, whoops, where's my, okay, so this is the package it came with, okay, and if you look at the manual, okay, I don't think anyone showed the manual before. It shows you that there's the diagram, and it looks like that, okay. So this part, you can see a screw here. You just need to use an Allen key to unscrew that part so that you can screw the stick into here. Okay, so unscrew that screw, just like that. Okay, very easy. And then assemble the gun back. Okay, drill a hole with a power drill right here, and then you can stick the stick inside, and make sure you use a wrench to tighten it up, because I tried the first time, I didn't tighten it up all the way, and it started to leak. So yeah, tighten it up well and it will work. So with the CO2 here, okay, you plug your remote hose at the back, remote hose, okay, quick disconnect setting. Okay, and there goes the remote hose. So this end goes to a tank on your body, and basically you can shoot the gun like this. Okay, first of all, I would like to say the aiming, okay, it feels kind of clumsy with the hose going backwards so far. So it's kind of, you know, like when you aim, it's kind of not blocking the way, but it makes you feel the gun is more clumsy. And also the second thing is the remote hose. Okay, it limits your body movement a little bit. Okay, because the remote hose, the coil hose is kind of big. So if you put it here, take it out. Okay, it's kind of like jamming in a way, and doesn't feel very natural for a pistol to go like that. Whereas for a Tiberius T8.1, the remote hose stick goes in the mag from the bottom, so it doesn't go back at you like that. Okay, let me show you in a comparison. This is the stick for the Tiberius T8.1. So all you do is really just, you know, unscrew the original knob out, and then put this inside, and you basically just screw the stick in place. Good. So what you do is you just screw the stick in place like that, and then you take your gun. You do not use the CO2 mag. Okay, so no CO2. There we go. So this one, okay, the air goes from the bottom. So the sight, like when you're trying to aim, it doesn't feel that something is blocking you. Okay, nothing is coming out at you like that, and it feels so natural. It just like what I can say is like this thing. Okay, you really do see the hose in front of you, and this one you don't see the hose. So you're like, when you get used to it, you don't feel something is blocking you. Okay, so that's one good thing about the Tiberius setup from the bottom. And this one, you do feel the hose is there, and it's kind of clumsy. It takes time to get used to it. But okay, the good thing is with CO2, one CO2, I tune it to the high power. So it's shooting at about 16 joules right now. And so yeah, with a 3-gram ball, it will fly about 350 FPS. With a 3.9 gram rubber balls, it's flying about 300 FPS range, 290-ish to 300, 310, something like that. And so one CO2 only gives you about 10 shots or so. That's in the high power settings, okay? So yeah, one CO2, that's 10 shots. It's not a lot, right? And you feel very guilty when you just, did some modification inside and you want to just test the gun to see if it works. So with the HPA setup, it really saves money for testing the gun and also doing casual shooting. But with, of course, the CO2 is really the best way to go if you want to use this gun. It's like really much better feeling in hand. But the HPA just saves your wallet, from all that CO2 cartridge. So power-wise, my gun with CO2 shoots at about, as I said, 390-ish to 310 FPS with the 3.9 grams rubber balls. Okay, so with HPA, no modification did on the gun. Okay, same velocity settings with HPA, it dropped down to 250 to 260-ish FPS, and you cannot tune it higher. So the max I saw with HPA, it's about 260-ish, something like that. Never in the 280s. So if I tune the velocity more to the higher pressure, it just cannot fire. So yeah, the higher I go, the more malfunction it gets, so it doesn't work. And whereas with the Tiberius T8.1, 9.1, whatever, if you run HPA from here or HPA from the back, okay, it will not affect the velocity. If you get like 300 FPS with CO2, you'll get about the same power with HPA, so it doesn't really affect it that much. Okay, so that's basically it for this video. I just want to show and tell you guys that if you really shoot a lot with the TIPX indoor for practice, or if you tune the gun all the time, trying to change the internals, testing out springs, whatever, it's best to have the HPA set up. You want this because it eats CO2 so fast, so you want to have air. Beside that, okay, the gun actually do function much better with CO2. If you're looking for power, if you're looking for gas efficiency or the cost, the HPA is the way to go. And don't forget that if you have to play at like 280 to 300 FPS range kind of power, you cannot get that power with HPA. Maybe you can, but maybe with other output pressure modification, whatever, you need to do something to the gun to make it shoot that hot. So anyway, I'll do more experiment with this and then show you and share you with my newer findings later on. Okay, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like. Bye bye.